All right, in this video, we're going to go over lots of examples of how you can multiply and divide expressions that have multiple terms and exponents. So our first example should look familiar. This is an example of the distributive property. So we're going to do 6 times 5x plus 6 times 3. We know this will give us 30x. 6 times 3 gives us 18. These are not like terms, so this would be our final answer. Same thing here. This 2x is going to distribute with 7x. And 2x is going to distribute with 1. Now remember, 2 times 7 is 14, but if I'm doing x times x, that's going to actually be x to the second. Here we have 2 times 1, and then x. Our final answer is 14x squared minus 2x, since these are not like terms. Here we're distributing 5c times 7c squared minus 5c times 3c. 5 times 7 is 35. C times c to the second is going to give us c to the third. 5 times 3 is 15, and remember c times c is c squared. Since these are not like terms, they have different exponents, we can't simplify it any further. Here, the 3x is going to multiply with 2x cubed. It's going to multiply with 2x, and it's going to multiply with 4. 3 times 2 is 6. X times 3 more x's is going to give us x to the fourth. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. And then finally we have 12x. These can't be combined together. They're not like terms because they don't have the same exponents. Now this one's interesting because we have 2 terms times 2 terms. So we want to do this kind of like double distribution. This x is going to distribute to x in the minus 2. So it's going to look like this. X is going to multiply with x minus 2. Same thing with the 4. The 4 also has to distribute to x minus 2. So we're basically distributing twice. X times x is x squared minus x times 2 is 2x. 4 times x is 4x. 4 times 2 is 8. Unlike the other problems, we actually do have like terms, negative 2x and 4x. So our final answer is x squared plus 2x minus 8. So same thing here, we have 2 terms times 2 terms. So our 2x has to distribute to x plus 5. And 1 also distributes to x plus 5. 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 5 is 10x. 1 times x is x, and 1 times 5 is 5. Before I move on, I do notice some like terms. So my final answer is 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. And finally, don't get fooled by this one. A lot of people want to go like this and use their exponent rules to get x squared plus 9. That's not right. What this problem is actually telling us is we have an x minus 3 times an x minus 3. So we have double distribution again. This x multiplies with x minus 3. And the negative 3 is also going to multiply with the x minus 3. X times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x. And a negative 3 and a negative 3 would make positive 9. These guys are like terms because they're both just x. And when I combine them, I get negative 6. Dividing is pretty much the same. When you distribute, you want to make sure you multiply that number with everything. Same thing with division. We want to make sure that we're dividing everything. So 15x has to be divided by 5, and 10 also has to be divided by 5. We end up with 3x plus 2. Same thing here, we can separate them into two fractions. (21) divided by 7 is 3. Remember, if you have 3 y's on top and 1 y on the bottom, you can cancel them out, and we're left with y squared. 14 divided by 7 is 2, and then the y's cancel out. This time we're going to have 3 fractions. (9) divided by 3 is 3. We're going to have 5 x's on top, 1 on the bottom. When I cross them off, I'm left with 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. If I have 3 x's on top and 1 on the bottom and I cross them out, I'm left with 2 x's. 6 divided by 3 is 2, and the x's cancel out.